this lineup. They win in all aspects, like DOT, team fight, sustain. They cover that, but again, the main issue here is that one, you're also dealing with Navaria that gets vision that shuts down any initiative plays on the late game, but also the fact that you are against a Martis in the early game. You do have a lot of hits, but it's hard to deal with a Martis that has an Angela. Even though AP BREN has an Angela of their own, because you can just copy the the hard guard.
Yeah.
But it's hard to deal with sustains coming out from the Angela that amplifies the early game presence of the Martis.
That's right. Let's get into game 2 here. And once more, it's match point for AP BREN, so Omega can't afford any mistakes. Look at this big, quick 2v2 up top. Few and Flapteasy. Technical knockout there. I think they win.
Yeah, speaking of knockout, yeah, that was a spam. And also the pokes. Oh, look at that knock-up. Follow from good. He's immobilized. Chaknu looking for a way to escape that. Yep, he still walks safe. And AP BREN just doing coverage from the river as he's getting securely the Lethal Wanderer.
Oh, this is the so-called jungle control from AP BREN. He's forcing out,
The JC.
heroes. The JC, not the QC. The JZ Razorback. No, sorry. AP BREN with the JC move on the jungle of Martis, just to make sure that you force out some reactions on the side of Smart Omega, which does give like a space for Kyle TZ to just roam around and do what he does.
Oriota very low!
Oh,
Okay,
a Brazer's Wrath. Dropped a lot of HP, an HP bar out of Ryota.
Yo.
And Flapteasy forced to go back.
Ryota did not want to miss that XP card and got away with it. Wow.
Yeah.
A lesser XP laner would have died. I would have died in that situation.
Just the exchange
Come on.
by just the hits, man.
It's Atoy R. It's Atoy R, Can't deny that.
He's the leader of the Ryota.
The
Atoy army!
Oh, that was scary.
Oh, Gwen, concussive blast connects into Ondoryu. Wow, they peeled a lot from AP BREN, and Few also receive a good amount of damage as well. So they're forced to go back. First turtle is up. AP BREN still maintaining control of the mid.
Yeah, I think even Ondoryu was surprised when he saw, okay, Few was low HP. I was not able to use my ult because I did not expect for the ability to, pop out there with low HP. Now,
Okay, speaking of which, that's the spam. That's the book. Ryota now receives damage. That's the bite. Kyle TZ falls down. Ryota gets the kill. No, Ryota falls down rather, but Kyle TZ secures the kill. Now it's a clear objective for AP BREN. Just completely gaining control, and Flapteasy finding a way to secure this purple, but Kyle TZ secures the first objective of the game.
Oh, Kyle has a retribution. Check it out. Is he going to defeat it?
Ondoryu.
He did!
He got it.
Grand Theft Purple, but
Knock
who's
off.
going to pay the price?
It's fine, it's fine. You don't have purple. Like AP BREN, they're leading by resources here. And I mean, Smart Omega, they do have early game. They do have the presence of Chaknu on the Angela. Unfortunately, he was not level 4 yet, so no hard guard was there.
Wow,
Smart
Few.
Omega, look, Few!
Look at the confidence. Whoa, right in the second tier turret. He falls down. Few.
Bro, that was
What
an
is he
inhibitor.
thinking, bro?
He went in so deep.
Okay, here's the thing. That was not a feat. You forced out the hard guard. Ondoryu is sitting at low HP. Smart Omega for the next couple of seconds, maybe 30 or 40 seconds, they're not going to be able to do anything against AP BREN.
All right.
Okay.
Case filed, but I wonder if you're going to win that because where do you capitalize? Where will AP BREN place the pressure to make that death worth it?
I mean, pressure or not, it's space for Super Marco to kind of have a free game on his Brody.
Okay.
Because at this point, AP BREN, they're playing for spikes. They're playing
Okay.
for the power spike. The window that they should not miss, kind of like where Omega was in game number 1, where mid-game is really, really strong with Brody and Paquito.
All right, maybe this is how they do it, right? They force out a push on bottom lane, and they make Omega stay here in this lane longer than they should have.
Yep.
If they had the hard guard, they would have gone elsewhere.
Yes. And imagine having to deal with this like Smart Omega. They're forced to kind of deal with it, and even Etomax. He is missing some minions, for the defense on the bottom lane, and that just ensures that there's more golden XP going on the side of AP BREN, and you could see that from Flapteasy up by half level over Ryota.
This makes very little sense. A boxer over a big man with a hammer, and the boxer wins?
Wow. His gloves are glowing though, so maybe it's made of something special. Maybe made of magic or something.
But Paquito deals physical damage, folks. Just saying.
Just
All right.
magical gloves with damage.
Turtles up. 4 minutes and a half in. Kyle TZ first.
Yeah, I just want to share Raw card played Paquito one time, so I just want to put it out there.
The magic.
He has a magic.
Yeah, speaking of which,
Undeniable.
AP BREN magic.
Clear take.
Quick take for the turtle. Again, resource battle for both sides. AP BREN forcing a lot of things on the side of Smart Omega. And Doryu has been sitting in his jungle for 5 minutes now.
Yeah,
like he was not able to. The one moment that he was able to get out was the first circle. That was it.
It's miserable if you're a Martis and you should be winning the matchup against a Fredrin and you're treated like this.
Yeah, look at oh my goodness.
That's sad.
Walking over to the side of Omega. And these movements like this tells you that AP BREN, they understand pressure. Like this is just them making sure that they show themselves so that Omega reacts in a way that good teams will do. But AP BREN, after that, they rotate towards mid. They leave the Paquito on the bottom lane because that's already a free tower.
Yep.
Okay.
And with that, Flaptizi delaying that push down bottom allows for AP BREN to actually move out and execute on their time. They're able to defend top lane, defend mid lane, and even threaten this purple buff. Look off camera.
Well, 3 men onto the gold lane, now forced out the response out of Barangay. Speaking of which, Andori is looking for a way to secure his aura purple. Kaltizi just took a peek from the moments of Omega. Wow, faster rotations now, quicker. AP BREN is putting on pressure on every part of the map.
I don't think somebody has crossed the river for the side of Smart Omega. Like we've never seen them past the river from this from the start of the game. But they do have like a window where they can actually deal with AP BREN, but that's so late because you have an Earthel that needs protection. But there's also a way for AP BREN to kind of catch Keldra. And that window is so small because talking about late game, there's also a late game aspect on AP BREN. Like the Valentina scales well in the late game. Sometimes the Valentina can just two-shot a marksman.
Yeah. Right. And as we look at penalty zone onto Flaptizi as he takes down this turret. He's still surviving though. That's now 3 men from the guy onto the chase. Mortal Coil connecting.
No way.
Trying to
No
bite
way.
it out. Slowed! And Max secures the kill with an Astral Echo.
And the Meteor to finish the job, but all this time, it was another trade.
Yeah.
Earlier it was Few for a little bit of time in the early game. Now it's Flap for the last turtle.
AP BREN, like everything that they do, Omega, even though they are taking the trades, you have to work for it. Like you have to commit a lot. And you saw the commitment from Flaptizi. Nah, I'm taking objective. I'm taking towers. I don't care about you. You punch me, I don't punch back. Because my objective in this game is to make sure that you react to me while I take objectives. And you saw how committed Omega was to get that kill. All the while, Flaptizi was just casually taking his turtle.
Flicker from Chaklu. Now Ogwin now is dropping his HP out of this way to secure his way out of that possible takedown. He still lives though, but members of the Barangay slowly, look at that F2 Max onto the face. Now completely securing the hold. Yeah, they're still safe. AP BREN back on the way of the rotation. Meanwhile, look at that. Still Andoryu and Ryota, 1v2 versus Kaltizi. Showdown continues. Ryota receives some knockup. That's the taunt. Super Marco ready to release the torn apart memory. Appraiser's Rat did not connect. Sidestep onto Ryota. Still moving away to hold their front line. Omega torn apart memory is still connecting, but not enough damage. Super Marco still looking for a way to take down, but no casualties from Barangay.
Actually, no casualties from either of them, so this is some good news for Smart Omega, unless
Andoryu taunted, now looking for an avenue. Look at that, using that Astral Echo right onto AP BREN. Now they just take down this mid lane turret. Now they finally try to catch one. Ryota on the front line, terrified, being stunned. Puncture, throwing to the damages now that fall down. Ryota, the first one to go down against Omega.
Marius Smith can only do so much.
Yeah, Omega, they had the Martis in early game, but now you are dealing with AP BREN, who is almost near their late. AP BREN is allowing Super Marco to play the objective gaming, while Smart Omega still has, they still have the firepower. Keldra still pumping out the damage, but they're not finding the right fights for them.
Yep, over the past elapsed 9 minutes and 50 seconds, AP BREN has been playing a different game. And once they answer, once they respond, if they agree to Omega's terms, that's when things go sideways. That's what scored Omega these 3 kills in this low kill count game. And now, AP BREN just forcing the issue, punishing them from underneath as they push the issue.
Oh yeah, man. They're just completely pushing, clearing waves, and you hear that sound effect.
Swelling.
Yeah.
It's an orchestra.
I know, man. Even if you take on the turret, that's a really a satisfying sound to even hear.
This is the kind of music that's played in game. Right now, AP BREN popping that holy shield down bottom. The inhibitor still standing. Omega's going to be able to get that.
Yeah, still a chance though. Flapteasy is trying to clear as well in the mid. So just clearing up some oranges out of Smart Omega. So they're just probably just caging them out in their own base. So AP BREN still on the lead. What a better way to even have a comeback for Barangay Omega right now.
I mean, it's hard. Just looking at the gold lane, you know, the difference is 3.2k. Like half of the gold lead AP BREN has, it's on the gold lane.
Oh man, Marco is just miles ahead of Kelra.
You know, usually when we talk about comebacks, Omega has a way of like initiating winning plays, right? Like looking for the main win condition. And in this game, that's to shut down the damage dealer. It's either they shut down Super Marco or they take out the Valentina. But even then, you still have the likes of the Paquito. There's a way for AP BREN to engage onto Kelra with Ogwin, the flickers. And you don't have that kind of setup from a Smart Omega. It's just them tearing through the HPs of AP BREN. But so far, that has been hard. And especially right now that AP BREN has been leading by 7.5k gold. Immortalities and other tank items are going to start popping out for their main heroes, especially in the front lines.
Robert, that's what I was asking
Thank you, Dan.
Right before we loaded into the Land of Dawn. There's a lot of vision, there's a lot of range in Smart Omega. But what do they do with that? How do they? Yeah, exactly. How do they take advantage? How do they capitalize? That's
How
why
do they utilize?
has been able to just play their game.
Andoryu.
And now Andoryu's in trouble.
Oh, Andoryu receiving damage. Ogwen looking for a way to intercept. Still just forcing so many things about. Just that's the meter poking through AP BREN. Yeah. No initiations or whatsoever. Speaking of which, Andoryu close by Kyle Teasy and Flapteasy here. Looking for a way to take this orange once again.
Easy brothers.
Against Andoryu, who gets it though. Oh, stolen!
The bunk.
That's right.
The bunk got it.
Yep. That's it.
Yeah, the Priestess Wrath, the bunk.
Didn't even need the retribution.
Yeah. JC against Jungle Control.
Jungle Control with the help of the Wilderness Blessing. We've seen a couple of them in the loadouts. Both Omega and AP BREN are using that new talent.
Oh, the WB, you mean?
Sure, that works.
The Wilderness Blessing and the JC.
Yeah, I'm wondering though if it has. It does! It does! Oh no, Flapteasy. He's doing the same play, bro. He's doing the same play.
He's pulling 4 members out of the barangay. Wow.
Sprints away, forced out the ultimate of Kelra and the hard guard from Chaknu.
Oh, wow. Talking about resources.
That's worth it.
Yeah, that's 2 ultimates out. Completely hashtag worth it for AP BREN.
All right. Folks can confirm there is a visual indicator for when your hero gets the movement speed boost while they're running around inside the jungle or river.
Like a tingling thing.
Yep. Like when you leave the base.
Yeah, kind of like a sprint as well.
Yep.
Mixture of sprint and the visuals from...
there's there. Yeah,
if you have it, see?
Yeah, I can see it. Oh, love it, Dispatch.
Yep.
Love it.
Changes the tempo, changes the speed of where you can and how you can engage.
There, like the sparkling thing.
Yep. Like you got hit by the Astral Echo.
Conceal onto Ogun, that's the flicker. Looking for just way to hold it off. Okay, one has been taunted. Ryota, the receiving damage. Will the ultimate connect from Super Marco? Still holding it though.
Oh, Black almost got.
Nobody goes down. Nobody goes down. Still safe. Andoryu receives damage from Flapteasy and Ogwin. Oh, just base being slowly deteriorated from Smart Omega.
Oh man, AP BREN, they're lucky that the Lord took his time and they're able to penetrate through mid and maybe even up top because they're still continuing to force the push. And they're going to get it! Oh no, Omega lost all of their inhibitors.
This is ultra clean from AP BREN, ensuring that late game is theirs for the taking 10k gold lead by 14 minutes. And they slowly took out the base. Every single time we see AP BREN go inside the base with a Lord by 12 minutes in, they take 3 lanes.
It's just one time, big time.
Yeah, one time, big time.
I want all of it or nothing at all.
How much towers do you want? Yes.
They just take it. So this is the problem now of Smart Omega. How will they even reach the defense of
Kellner has to just shred through the HPs of AP BREN, but it's hard to do that. Even the Paquito is hard to deal with. He has mobility. He also has damage, by the way, and the controls from the the knockout, the Cho as well as the Frederick, like with the energy eruption and the knockups. It's hard for Kellner to fight into that. There's just so many layers of control that Omega. Again, you've asked this question, Leo. How do you execute? They did have the chance earlier on, but at this point, the answer is they just don't have damage.
It's just hard. So at least the answer is they need more time.
Yeah.
They need more items.
Okay.
Probably more slots, I would say. They need 10 slots on the Irithel.
Well, it's
10
a
slots.
little too much, man.
Because I don't think, to be honest, I don't think Omega deals enough damage to wipe out BREN.
I can give you 7 though. 7 is my best.
Oh, with the Flurry.
With the
Flurry, yeah.
All right, so Andoryu here gets a taste of what AP BREN is bringing. The bonk again secures the purple buff, so this is a purple-less Martis. And yeah, AP BREN going for their third sword of the game this time around.
A lot of objectives taken. Flap TC force out Kellra and Chaklu to take him down.
Oh,
he
finally.
falls. Kellra takes the kill. Speaking of force out resourceful, like Smart, Omega is looking for a way to have a way of revenge or to avenge what they have lost in the first half of this game. Now, just Few being in trouble. Oh! Penalty zone on to 2. Now it's Barangay Omega looking for a way for a comeback. Kaltizi right in front, looking for a way to hold it. That was 5.
No!
5 members trying to take him down. Force out an ultimate out of the Frederick, but Kaltizi falls down as well. That's a 3-man out of AP BREN.
Yes, sir. That's the Atoy Army General coming up from the front line. Flicker penalty zone, fam.
I mean, sorry, Onyx, but you know what time it is? It's 16 minutes. It's Omega timers. You know, again, science has nothing on this. Analysis, explanation, they have nothing on the Omega timers. It's just the way how Omega operates.
Way of the Dragon connecting. Ryota now is being in the turret. Now they forced out the Heart Guard and an ultimate out of Chaknu. Now it's go time, Super Marco. So looking for a way to defend Echo. Even the meter would not connect. Okay, the Barangay still lives.
You need to clean your house. You need to clean up the house. You need to clean up the house.
Base.
All right, luckily there are no heroes. There are no heroes here. But still, man, it could have been a much cleaner transition into a position of lead for Omega. But here, they kind of just got a little impatient in that tier 2.
Yeah, I mean, Omega, I understand, like, they want to put more pressure, like, they want to exert dominance on that fight, but again, you have to go back, you have to deal with waves, especially when AP BREN was able to secure the Lord. It was a good fight, however, because now Irithel has everything that she needs. She does not have Purify, however, so the problem is, there's still that catch from Ogwin. So Smart Omega needs to do a lot of peeling. For Kellra here, she does have enough damage to kind of like go in one-on-ones. The skirmishes could go potentially on the side of Smart Omega, but AP BREN, whenever they group up, it's a different story. We still haven't seen that yet.
That's right. The only reason why that sequence happened earlier was because they were able to pick off Flap.
Yeah.
Now, that's not going to happen as often, especially since AP BREN saw that it can happen. So now, Omega has to be smarter, wiser, and they have to be a little more willing to do what needs to be done to once more shrink the 7K gold lead.
Interesting steal, Decimate. Oh,
Looks like Fuse will be the right target for AP
Here
BREN
we go!
now. He's just down. Kellra takes the kill. Onto the back line. Ryota's looking for a way to take down Flap TZ. But knock up onto Jacqueline. Kellra's Flap up against 3. They take down Andoryu. And AP BREN. Oh, the base.
The burn! Okay, immortality.
He's okay.
Oh, he's still safe.
He still popped
BREN.
it. He still popped it.
He's still kicking. AP BREN. Few was the only one to go down, and Andoryu as well. 4-4.
I mean, as nice as it was for Omega, Flap TZ on the back line, it looked bad for them, but it forced out the penalty zone, and they were still able to get the Martis skill for the side of AP BREN. Even though you could say, technically, Omega took 2 because of the immortality. Again, how was it work? Because they took out a jungle of Omega, 10 seconds for the Martis to spawn. AP BREN, they do have the damage to burst this. The main problem is, how do you deal with the way that Omega is playing with right now? Like, Ryota has always been focused on protecting his teammates, but there's a switch. Like he knows when he can use that penalty zone
Yep.
to use it aggressively.
It's a counter flank is
Yep.
what Ryota's doing. He's both protecting his backline and finding the opponent.
Flap.
Lord very low. Of course, he's going to go over to AP BREN. There's a 5-man.
Oh, guard,
presence
gun!
here.
Kyle
And now look
Teasy
at
on to
this!
5. 2 members now fall. Flap Teasy is the first one to go, and Dory takes as well. Kyle Teasy is down. 2 men down from AP BREN. Now the chase goes on. A pursuit from Smart Omega. Taking down Flap Teasy and Kyle, though.
The TZs are down, folks.
No
for the
brothers.
first time.
What was that?
For the first time in a 20-minute match, Omega are clearly in the lead. The Lord be damned, we don't care. But now we're going to start making moves.
Okay, he now has it. 6 items. 6 items. He could potentially get 7. Because he could sell, Wind of Nature.
Juggle, he can
So we
juggle.
hit that. We hit that for Omega. Now he does enough damage. And AP BREN, some questionable plays there. Kyle Teasy again going in. And now the Brody is feeling that he does not deal enough damage. Like the
Oh,
problem
no.
of Mega, what it used to be their problem, is now the problem of AP BREN. And I would say Flap Teasy has been doing the right things, like going for the back line, but forcing out the hard guard is not enough of a solution right now. Like
Yep.
they need to find another way, or like a different solution to deal with this sort of heavy sustained front line on the side of Smart Omega that is backed up with an Angela.
Not
That's a
just,
conceal.
not just Robert, not just Francis. We're going to be waiting if this is going to be able to break out into a team fight. This is the best position for Smart Omega. The
Oh, they're not letting me go home!
Oh, Flap
no!
Teasy's
Oh,
now
no!
onto the base, now Fuels on target on Doryu. Now base is open for AP BREN. He's looking for a way to take them, but Chaknu onto the cameras right onto our screens.
Oh, he's fine,
Flap
he's
Teasy
fine.
versus Chaknu. Flap Teasy evades the meteor. He's still safe. He goes out of distance. Now a Bracer's right with Dr. Ryota. Might be the one to fall down, but that's the hard guard. That's the response damage. Connecting towards
Doryu. Oh, the truncheon!
The damage with the truncheon trying to hold off right in the front of AP BREN.
He dodged it.
An extended team
Oh,
fight.
Round two.
Oh, how about it?
Round two, Flap
gonna
Teasy
turn
onto
this
the round
base
two.
into his personal punching bag.
Base on half HP.
He's fine. He's fine.
Oh my
We're
God.
Okay. We're okay.
AP BREN, they were like, how does it feel? How does it feel to get split push?
Oh man.
Remember season 10?
That's right.
Remember season 10?
AP BREN was notorious for having their base cracked open when they weren't expecting it, and now they're turning the tables.
How does it feel, Omega? Even though that was like an amazing sequence of events, Omega, they were relaxed, They were kind of like, okay, we understand that the Paquito is split pushing. We don't deal enough damage. We can actually deal with the front line. But you, man, he saved his team there. Like Andoryu without the decimate, Omega after that couldn't fight because they already lost the Mortis.
And now the gold lead has shrunk, folks. It's the smallest it's been for the past 20 minutes, man. 2,000 gold, approaching 3. They're playing with this. And Omega's leading in kills.
Wow.
Yeah.
Lord in 5 seconds.
Bro, this is just completely Omega timers.
And what I was trying to say is, this is the best position for Omega. Given that they have an Angela,
Yep.
she can go do whatever she wants, man. Chakno
Yep.
can defend, Chakno can play vision in the jungle, and then if it breaks out into a 5v5, they have the numbers advantage there too.
Some people would consider this a joke, but it's literally Omega saying to Chaknu, you can just play base.
Yep.
Let us carry
Stay
you.
in the base, yeah.
Play base.
Just stay there, bro.
We've seen him do this in Season 9,
Yep.
in the playoffs.
Just buying the base, just the Angela.
Lord Dance, however, is a different story because you are forced to fight 4v5. Even though you would say that the Angela could just stay base, if she leaves, like to jump with a hard guard on somebody else, Paquito could just go split push once again.
So the question is, who will force Chakno to go out of the base? As we can see, we're just looking at Kyle Teasy and Ryota and Andoryu on our screens here. This is by looking at the control that they're trying to do, the lead,
FLD,
even by the control.
FLD, keeping Lord Dance.
Yep.
FLD.
And that's how you do it.
This is
Nobody's taking risks.
This is what we've pioneered the past few years, man. And I'm proud of it because again, I know where this is going. We all know how long this could last.
Yeah.
And Flap
minutes.
Teasy. Yeah, Flap Teasy, AP BREN, they're forcing Omega to be honest with this. They're not letting Chaknu do that easy Angela defense.
Oh, Kyle.
Oh, that's the thought. Ryota still not forcing. So no, that's the force coming from Ogan. Way of the Dragon knockoff from the
Oh!
Lord. Now damage connected through Ryota. Super Marco looking for a way to take down
Flap,
Flor.
Flap.
They forced out Chakno to go out of the base. Flap Teasy on our cameras right on down the bottom of our screens. He's still looking for a way to push into
Andoryu.
base. Oh, Chakno's still safe. Man, the
Andoryu.
tension of this game.
Doryu!
Andoryu, not letting go.
Not letting go. Torn apart memory connects into one. Dory.
Oh!
Lord. Still a buy time and a major objective stolen from AP BREN.
And no punish! And no punish!
Oh my god, Etumac!
The barangay captain says, fine, I'll do it myself! He steals it away!
Snaps his fingers. Uses astral recall. He was like,
Oh.
I'm over you doing Filipino Lord dance, man.
Oh man.
Stop that.
Folks, we are as close to a game 3 as we can get because Omega is more than just on the board. They are in control!
Bro, speaking of control, even just the waves pushing, they had a major objective stolen from AP BREN. Now the Hive is forced for defense.
Alright, this is an evolved Lord, mind you. This is the Lord that deals extra damage.
The lightnings, they're coming.
Ogwen spotted from the conceal though. Kalatizi's HP force dropping so
Oh,
fast.
Ryoda!
That's the penalty zone on the back line. Now
the
that's
kick,
Ryoda
the
being the
kick.
first one. Immortality now pop from Omega. Ryoda still safe though. Lord pushing through. Flaptizi back and forth with the punches. He falls down in the hands of Kelra.
Oh, he cleared the
Now
minion
it's Omega. Smart Omega completely looking for a way to push.
So clear the minion wave. That buys them 40 seconds.
That's
I mean,
right.
30 seconds.
There still is a push down bottom, and Omega are a man up. It's a 4v5. Oh, the barangay can keep pushing. The barangay can force something here.
Well, speaking
Ogwen.
of force.
Ogwen.
Striker, penalty zone on to 2. Supermarket flickers out. He's going back to base to recall and regen. But now Keller right onto the base.
No!
BREN, few moments away. Barangay looking for a way to turn this around. Still looking through. They're suppressed. Looking for a way to hold
Kyle!
AP BREN. Kyle is down. And Dorio takes the kill. Tackling as well. Takes another point on AP BREN. 3-man down. 5-man pressure
Cannon,
for the Barangay.
cannon.
Smart Omega. Few hits. They take a base.
I don't know, man.
This is MLBB, folks. We're going to game 3. Omega forces game 3. This winning moment is brought to you by our official sponsor, FWD Life Insurance.
OMGT. Omega timers, folks. Filipino Lord dance, they have nothing on this. It's just the way Omega works. No science, no BS, no advertising fraudulent behavior. It's just Omega.
No false claims. We just show you how it's done. And here we were for the better part of that 25, 26